Hey everyone, it's the Spiral Abyss time. Well, I'm not going to talk about the Spiral Abyss. I might say a few things here and there, but it won't be the focus of this video. The focus of this video is talking about what Genshin Impact needs in its end game. Like, come on, the Spiral Abyss isn't it? Yeah, some people can 36 star it, some people don't even bother with it, but that's not the end game, right? We need something more exciting. Like, take Star Rail for example. It's a sister game for Genshin. Now, people might say Memory of Chaos is the end game for it, but I don't think that it is. For me, the end game is the simulated universe, because the simulated universe is probably the best thing that's in Star Rail, and every week I look forward to a simulated universe reset rather than the Memory of Chaos reset. The Memory of Chaos I actually hate it because it's very limited. Like, it's like a Spiral Abyss, you see, where here you have to fight against time, there you have to, it's a DPS check. So, alright, fine, that works for people who like to show off the damage numbers, who want to test them out, test their characters out. But for casual players, you have simulated universe where per week you get tons of materials, you get one pull, like enough jades for one pull, and you get a permanent pull, which is pretty amazing because that really helps the permanent banner. For Genshin, we really need something that helps us for the permanent banner. Like, the 5 fates a month for the permanent banner isn't it? I know you can get more fates by leveling up your characters, but what if you have them all leveled up? Then those monthly reset fates are your only option. It's kind of sad. Like, when Genshin TCG was introduced, I really thought that we would get primogens from it, like weekly primogens, and something that could be like, we could get a one Acquaint Fate per week. Like, imagine fighting 2 TCG players gives you one Acquaint Fate, and that's limited once a week. So then that, like, it motivates you to even play TCG, to invest the time in it. Otherwise, if you're like me, I don't play TCG at all. I have that weekly mission just go by. I skip that weekly mission every week. Honestly, I haven't touched TCG after the TCG event. So, like, yeah, it's that forgettable. And even the events that they have with TCG, it doesn't involve primogens, so it's not that interesting. Even if it gave maybe at least one Acquaint Fate, like every TCG event gave Acquaint Fates, I would have still been interested because that helps my standard pattern pity. Like, I don't even remember the last time I got a 5-star from there, because pity is 75 plus, 70 plus, 75 plus, and to accumulate that many pulls from monthly shop resets, that's a straight up, like, you get 5 fates per month. If I do the math right now, it's 15 months to reach soft pity. So imagine that, 1 year and 3 months just to reach soft pity from the standard banner. That's stupid, honestly. We need a way to get more permanent fates. That's my biggest issue with endgame right now. Like, I'm okay with the Spiral Abyss. You get primogens, it's good, although I would have preferred more primogens because the pain that I go to beat these guys, it ain't worth 600 primers. Like, easily give me double that amount, 1200, or at least double the amount for floors 11 and 12, because we're literally fighting level 90 plus enemies while our level gap is level 90. So yeah, I really would like either a primogen increase for the Spiral Abyss or something else. Like, I really want something else. Now, I'm not saying that Genshin is bad. My end game is creating videos. That's my end game. But for casual players out there who don't create videos, who're just playing for fun, what are they gonna do? Imagine this. If we had TCG but it's more invested. Like, I think we could convert TCG into something like the simulated universe, but it has to give rewards. It has to give something. Because coins aren't it. Like, you can have those beautiful card backs, you can have those live action cards, but it still isn't worth it. I mean, you're not getting any pulls, you're not getting anything, you're not getting any materials to level up your characters. Meanwhile, in simulated universe, you're getting everything. You're even getting the equivalent of a crown, is something which Genshin Impact lacks, because up till now only events are your way to get crowns. I mean, that's the sole reason why I haven't used a single crown till now, because if I become greedy and I start using them on all my favorite characters, what would I do on future characters? I mean, that you get only one crown per event, per version. Or maybe it's a two, I don't remember, but I think you get one crown per patch. And that's just horrible. Because look at Star Rail. The Star Rail Simulated Universe, every month, every week, you get something that you need for your traces. Over here you don't get crowns. Like, or maybe the Spiral Abyss should give a crown. They should really revamp the awards right now, because this award system, it worked in the early patches. It worked when we had around 15-20 characters. But now we have a ton of characters. We have, I think, we're increasing 50. More than 50 characters. Fontaine would probably raise the cap a lot more. So, we need something that gives us much more stuff. We need an endgame like the simulated universe. Other than that, I hate the Abyss. Like, I'm pretty sure every casual player hates the Abyss and everybody ignores it. Only the tryhards or the people who have really good invested teams like pay attention to it or repeatedly do the Abyss runs. For me, it's just once every 15 days. That's the amount of times I do the Abyss. Once every 15 days, just to get the rewards. And even then, I don't care for 9-starring Flow 12. I know that my characters can only get 6 stars, and I'm happy with it. Because those 50 Primogens isn't worth the effort of button mashing. I sometimes fear that my controller might break because of the Spiral Abyss. Because how much time it takes to smash the buttons to have precise timings and all. I mean, look at it. If you're seeing the video right now, it's chaotic. It's so chaotic. Like, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. So, honestly, I really need something that's a casual, you know. The Spiral Abyss isn't casual. And apart from the Abyss, you actually have nothing else to do. You can farm your domains. But even then, how many domains are you going to farm? The Resin cap is 160. Now, once again, that worked when we had smaller regions, when we had less characters. Like 160 was good when we had on stat, Liyue, and an Azuma. That's it. But now we have 5 regions. I mean, I'm not even counting. Oh, is it 5? Yeah, we have 5 regions, and I'm not even counting Inkanomiya and the Chasm. So we have a ton of bosses. We have a ton of domains. We have a ton of ley line overflows. But we don't have the Resin. And that's honestly quite sad, because I would really love a Resin increase to something like 240 or maybe 300. Or they could increase the replenishment time. Like, I think right now it's 8 minutes or so. They could pull it down to 4. It would help. But I would really appreciate a cap increase compared to the regen time decrease, because I only log in once a day. So I really like to have like 240 or 300 and just waste it all there in one go rather than logging in 2 to 3 times a day. I was really annoying with Star Rail, but I'm glad they raised it to 240. Over here, Man, it's annoying. I mean, right now all my resin goes into farming artifact domains for Lenny, and I still haven't gotten a good piece for him. Like, I'm still waiting for the, what's it called, the attack sands, I think. It's not the sands. I don't know. It's something. I have no idea how to call the sands and the goblets and all. I just recognize their shape and I just go with, alright, circlet something, and then they have the goblet something, and I have no idea why it's called sands, but whatever. And then you have the feather and the flower. So I don't focus much on that, but yeah, I'm still missing one Linny piece. I haven't even started building Lynette. Fremine is coming out soon, or maybe possibly out when this video is out, I don't know. And man, it's just, and don't get me started on the talents, because the amount of time, the amount of resin you have to drop into the talent book domains, and then you have the weapon domains. Like, that's part of the reason why my characters still are running on talent level 667 or 677 or something like that. I mean, I have no character that has a crown. Imagine that. So yeah, because I'm just too lazy. And like, when you farm stuff, if you know that it's gonna be worthwhile, it's worth it. Like in Star Rail, when you farm something, you know you're increasing the trace level, and that is inevitably gonna help you down the line in story and events and in the simulated universe and everything basically. But over here, talents don't, like, it's not even worth it. Like, apart from the abyss, your talent level does not matter at all. You can clear a boss in the overworld with a level 50 character if you know how to dodge and have a healer and such, but you can do it. So I really feel it would be good if they rework the TCG reward system, or they add something like simulated universe, like add it upon the Spiral Abyss. I don't care. But we need something that's peaceful, that's casual, possibly a stalling event, or my personal favorite, if we have those events where you utilize character skills to collect coins and all. I feel like that would be a really good weekly event. Like, once you do it once a week, you have 3 domains, you do it once a week, and you get something like 120 primers or 160 primers and 1 Acquaint Fate, and then talent books and such. And that would be just an amazing end game content, because it's fun to do, it's casual. You can do it with friends, you can do it alone. But man, I really need something else. Because honestly, I was just thinking, I need to build pity on the standard banner, especially when they're gonna start adding newer characters to the standard banner. You'd really like constellations, especially dehya, who's still C0. Also, I hate the fact that they've added Fontaine enemies so quickly into the abyss. Like, I still haven't built Lynette, so I have no Usia character. But oh well, if you have built characters, this is enough. And I think that's it for now for my rant basically. It's a casual rant of me, like, just pissed off at the fact that there's no good end game over here. I know Genshin Impact has said that, like, Hoyoverse stated that they have no plans of implementing any end game stuff apart from the abyss and all, and I've read all that. But man, you just dream, right? It's nice to dream. And I get sick of doing this abyss, so yeah, I hate the abyss, I want something more. Yeah, thanks for listening to this rant. That was also my abyss run. I always go with 6 out of 9, I'm happy with it. And yeah, if you want to hear more rants, let me know. I have tons of rants. I can rant all day. I've been playing this game for more than a year and a half. I know the ins and outs of it. I know I can praise it, but I can criticize it also. Anyways, here are my builds for the characters that I used in the Abyss. Nilou Bloom is my savior. Like, she's the permanent. That team is permanent. I cannot work without it. Except that one time in the Abyss introduced Cryo and Hydro Lectors. That was a tough time. Those 3 patches were the worst. I mean, I remember how much Hu Tao and dehya carried me on 2 different teams. But yeah, apart from that unspoken patch, Nilou Bloom is amazing. Now, one new team that I've found interest in is like the one you saw, my second team, Raiden, Shogun, Yaimiko, dehya, and Baizhu. Now, in place of baizhu, I use Noel for the overworld, and that's a really good team. Honestly, it's a really good team. And I've noticed that the robots in Fontaine, the mecha, get stunned to overload. Like, it's not that huge of a stun if you attack it with new mouse, yeah, but they get stunned, they stutter. I've noticed this a lot. So that really works in the overworld. It's also a good team for the Icewind Suit boss because they hit hard. And if you don't have a good healer or a shielder, you're gonna die pretty quickly because they have Anemo and Cryo. So it's basically a constant swirl. But okay. I think that's it for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up my guide. Alhaitham here. Then let me know what you guys think should be endgame. Like, I'm wondering. I always see people complaining about endgame, but they never say what the endgame should be. So I like ideas. I mean, my idea is to like revamp TCG or revamp Spiral Abyss or something. But I would like to hear your ideas too. I know this might be a long video. I might add a few graphics here and there, I don't know. Probably see. Also, yeah, Barbara, my 5-star character. She's a 5-star in my eyes. I don't care what people say. She's amazing. Praise Barbara. And if I get to 700 subscribers, I will level 90 you. I'm not going to do any poll this time. I'm level 19 Barbara. That's it. So like, yeah, please subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. Bye bye.